The sighting. As Jack stood at the helm of his weathered vessel, the fog enveloped them like a suffocating shroud, obscuring the horizon and dampening the spirits of his crew. But Jack's seasoned eyes caught a glimpse, a flicker of movement amidst the mist, something that shouldn't be there. The sighting. In the murky depths of the fog, where the line between reality and illusion blurred, Jack spotted the silhouette of a ship unlike any he had ever seen. Its spectral form drifted through the mist, its tattered sails billowing in the unseen wind. The crew murmured nervously, their superstitions awakened by the eerie sight, but Jack, a man of reason hardened by years at sea, dismissed their fears with a wave of his hand. Curiosity gnawed at him, urging him to investigate the enigma lurking in the fog. Ignoring the protests of his crewmates, Jack ordered the crew to ready the rowboats. With each stroke of the oars, the tension grew palpable, a silent unease hanging heavy in the air. As they drew closer to the ghostly vessel, Jack's heart quickened with anticipation and trepidation. What secrets lay hidden within its ghostly confines? What tales did its time-worn planks whisper to the restless sea? With a gentle thud, the rowboats made contact with the hull of the ghost ship, sending shivers down Jack's spine. Stepping onto the creaking deck, he felt the weight of history bearing down upon him. A history steeped in tragedy, longing, and the restless souls of those who sailed these haunted waters. As Jack surveyed the desolate deck, his senses heightened by the eerie silence, he knew that they had crossed a threshold into the unknown, a realm where the laws of the living held no sway, and the spirits of the past walked among them. Little did he know that their encounter with the ghost ship was merely the beginning of a journey into darkness, a journey that would test their courage, their sanity, and their very souls. Boarding the ship. With each step onto the ghost ship's deck, Jack and his crew felt the weight of the unknown pressing down upon them, like invisible hands guiding them deeper into the heart of darkness. The air was thick with a sense of foreboding as they ventured forth, their lanterns casting feeble light against the encroaching shadows. Every creak of the ship echoed like a lament, a mournful dirge for the souls lost to the sea. Scattered remnants of the ship's former occupants lay strewn about, a discarded hat here, a torn page from a logbook there, each item a fragment of the ship's haunted history, whispering secrets long forgotten. As they explored the ghostly vessel, Jack couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, of unseen eyes following their every move from the shadows. The hairs on the back of his neck stood on end, a primal instinct warning him of the danger that lurked within. Yet despite the growing sense of unease, Jack pressed on, driven by a relentless curiosity to uncover the truth behind the ghost ship's cursed existence. With each discovery, a faded photograph, a half-written letter, he pieced together fragments of a tragic tale. A tale of love lost, of lives cut short, of a fate intertwined with the merciless sea. But as night fell, and the darkness closed in around them like a suffocating embrace, Jack and his crew realized the true nature of their predicament. They were trapped, ensnared by the ghost ship's spectral grip, unable to escape its haunted confines. Panic spread among the sailors like wildfire, their voices rising in a chorus of fear and desperation. They hammered at the rotting wood, screamed into the abyss, but their efforts were futile. The ghost ship held them captive, its supernatural bonds unbreakable. As the last vestiges of hope began to fade, Jack knew that they were at the mercy of forces beyond their understanding, forces that hungered for their souls. And with a heavy heart, he resolved to uncover the truth behind the ghost ship's curse, no matter the cost. Trapped. The ghost ship held them fast in its spectral embrace, its ethereal tendrils weaving a web of despair around Jack and his beleaguered crew. With each passing hour, the sense of confinement grew more suffocating, more oppressive, until it felt as though the very air itself had turned against them. Whispers echoed through the corridors, soft and insidious, twisting through the minds of the sailors like tendrils of smoke. Shadows danced in the flickering lamplight, their movements fluid and unnatural, as if guided by some unseen hand. Jack could feel the weight of the spirits pressing down upon him, their restless souls yearning for release from their eternal torment. He saw them in the corners of his vision, fleeting glimpses of faces twisted in agony, eyes filled with an unfathomable sorrow. With each passing day, the boundaries between the living and the dead grew ever thinner until it seemed as though Jack and his crew existed in a liminal space, caught between worlds. They were haunted by visions of the past, by memories not their own, each one more vivid and harrowing than the last. But amidst the chaos and despair, Jack clung to a flicker of hope, a glimmer of light in the darkness. He knew that they could not give in to fear, that they must find a way to break free from the ghost ship's malevolent grasp. And so, with steely resolve, Jack and his comrades delved deeper into the heart of the ship, their lanterns casting feeble light against the encroaching shadows. They searched for clues, for answers, for anything that might hold the key to their salvation. But the more they uncovered, the more they realized the true extent of the ghost ship's curse. It was a curse born of sorrow and regret, of lives cut short and promises left unfulfilled. A curse that hungered for their souls, that thirsted for their blood. As the days stretched into weeks, Jack knew that their time was running out. The spirits grew more restless, more agitated, their whispers growing louder, more insistent, and with a heavy heart, Jack realized that if they were to escape the ghost ship's clutches, they would need to confront the spirits head-on, to face the darkness that lurked within their own souls. Confronting the spirits. With each passing day aboard the ghost ship, Jack and his crew felt the weight of the spirit's presence pressing down upon them like a suffocating fog. The air crackled with tension, thick with the palpable sense of dread that hung heavy in the stagnant air. But Jack refused to succumb to despair. With a steely determination burning in his heart, he rallied his comrades, urging them to stand firm in the face of the encroaching darkness. Together, they ventured deeper into the bowels of the ghost ship, their lanterns casting feeble light against the oppressive gloom. Shadows danced along the walls, their movements fluid and sinuous, as if guided by some unseen hand. As they explored the labyrinthine corridors, they encountered the restless spirits of the ship's former crew, ethereal apparitions that shimmered in the half-light, their eyes burning with a fierce intensity. But Jack was undeterred. With a voice steady and resolute, he addressed the spirits, seeking to understand the source of their anguish, the reason for their torment. And as the spirits' tales unfolded, Jack felt a chill creep down his spine. A chill born not of fear, but of empathy. For he saw in their stories echoes of his own pain, his own regret, the ghosts of his past haunting him with every step he took. But amidst the sorrow and despair, Jack glimpsed a flicker of hope, a glimmer of light in the darkness, for he knew that the key to breaking the ghost ship's curse lay not in running from the past, but in confronting it head-on, in facing the demons that lurked within. And so, with courage born of desperation, Jack and his comrades resolved to confront the source of the ghost ship's curse, to lay bare the truths that had long been buried, to offer solace to the restless souls that wandered its haunted halls. For they knew that only by facing their fears, by embracing the darkness that lurked within their own hearts, could they hope to find redemption, to break free from the chains that bound them to the ghost ship's cursed existence. The final showdown. As the moon cast its ghostly light upon the deck of the cursed ship, Jack and his crew stood ready to confront the malevolent force that held them captive. Their resolve was unyielding, their hearts beating in unison as they prepared to face the darkness that lurked within. With weapons drawn and spirits bolstered, they ventured into the heart of the ghost ship, their footsteps echoing through the empty corridors like a drumbeat of defiance. Shadows danced along the walls, twisting and contorting in the flickering lamplight, as if anticipating the coming battle. And then they saw it. A figure cloaked in darkness, its eyes burning with a fierce, otherworldly light. It was the source of the curse, the embodiment of all the pain and suffering that had plagued the ghost ship for centuries. With a roar of defiance, Jack charged forward, his sword flashing in the dim light as he confronted the spectral apparition. The air crackled with energy as the two forces clashed, locked in a desperate struggle for supremacy. But the ghost ship fought back with a fury born of centuries of torment. Its spectral tendrils lashed out, striking at Jack and his comrades with a relentless intensity. Yet still they pressed on, their determination unshaken, their wills unbroken.